My name is Amber, and this is my husband, Wayne. On May 21st, 2010, our lives were forever changed. During a routine ultrasound, we were told that our son had a life-threatening birth defect. The diagnosis was a congenital diaphragmatic hernia. It has about a 50% survival rate. Abel was given a 10% chance of survival at birth and was transferred to Children's Hospital, Colorado. On day 3, the doctors discovered bleeding around Abel's heart. They had to perform a major surgery and open his chest. After surgery, Dr. Carr came and advised us Abel had by far the worst case he had ever seen. Dr. Carr proceeded to tell us that Abel had lost a lot of blood and that he probably wouldn't make it through the night, but he had done the best he could for him.
When I look into your eyes, it's like watching the night sky or a beautiful sunrise. Well, there's so much they hold.
We were geared up for the long night ahead. About 30 minutes later, one of the doctors came out and said, Abel has taken a turn for the worse. He's bleeding from everywhere. He isn't going to make it. Do you want to see him? I walked up to Abel, and my first thought was that he needed to hear my voice. He needed to know that we were there, so I began talking to him. I said, Abel, it's Mommy. I'm right here with you. Daddy's here too.
Well, I won't give up on us.
I started rubbing his head and his feet, and I told him, keep fighting, son. We're all fighting for you, just a little bit longer.
Giving you all my love.
We told him how much we loved him. Abel started to bleed out of his nose. The nurse cleaned him up. He started to bleed out of his nose and his mouth. This time I cleaned him up, and I realized that this was the moment we had tried to prepare for. I leaned down, kissed Abel on his head, and I said, son, if you're tired, just tell me and I'll understand. I needed Abel to know that we would understand if he was tired and couldn't fight anymore. He had suffered enough. Within a few minutes, Dr. Kane looked at us and said that he was stable. We had just witnessed a miracle. The doctors, nurses, and surgeons, and all the NICU staff had never given up on Abel. They continued to work on him when most would have given up, all because Dr. Kane believed he could save his life. And he did. After over 17 weeks in the NICU at Children's Hospital, enduring over 6 major surgeries in the first 5 days of life, and conquering many, many medical battles, Abel came home to be with his brothers and us on January 24th, 2011. Although he still struggles with some medical complications due to CDH, he's a normal, happy, outgoing, walking, and on-the-go 1-year-old.
I don't think anything could prepare you for what we went through. We have our doctors on speed dial and text message, and
I think it's important to donate because they gave us hope when there was none. When we had thought we basically were told by other facilities in Denver to plan a funeral, make his arrangements. It's important to donate for us to give back what we were given, and that was hope. That was a family. That was doctors and nurses that not only took care of Abel, but took care of us, took care of my husband and I and our other kids, showed us support and love, and took care of Abel like we take care of Abel. And I look back, and it's over. We made it, and we're here today, and I'm flabbergasted.
I won't give up on us.
We would do it all over again. All 17 weeks. Please call 1-800-458-KIDS, 1-800-458-5437.